Morning everybody, Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day. Today we're going to be using Stirling Sandpiper. Got another sample of this stuff. Let's see, what is it? Cardamom, bergamot, cedar, and I think lavender with caraway, I think is the notes on this thing. This is a sample that's a lot older. It's probably about 4 or 5 years old now. And the lavender and the caraway is pretty much faded away, but so still got a little bit of bergamot and cedar. You can smell across the top of it. And then when you lather it up, definitely smell the cedar. Smells pretty good. Kind of reminds me of something. And then we're going to be using the third use of the Astra blades with the Edwin Jagger Razor DE89. So yeah, get this sucker going today, and then we're going to follow it up with some Old Spice. Everything is nice with Old Spice. Thought about using some like Thai winds or something with it, and I was like, I'm just going with Old Spice. Yeah. I would use what you love, you know. That's the thing. So enjoy your shave. So how's your day going? Not too bad around here. Just another day in paradise above the dirt. Yep, indeed. And I'd say some of the notes on here on this soap does remind me of Old Spice in some aspects, so probably why I decided to go with it. Man, suddenly my throat is acting up. So feel like I got a clog in it or something. Oh well, we'll just live with it. We'll move. All right, so not much new. Another month. Yeah, I find it use the Astra blades a lot. Just without even thinking, I just like just whenever I'm shaving off camera, I just reach and grab them. Yeah, you get some type of stuff that you just gear that you like using all the time, and just go with it. You're on autopilot. I like the it's like here we got some Wismet blades. Those get used a lot. And the London Bridge ones get used a lot. And then the Gillette Wilkinson sword blades get used a lot. So that's usually my go-tos. A lot of times I gotta think about adding something different to the mix. Man. Scent reminds me of kind of warm pumpernickel bread in a way. It brings back some memories. Yeah, it does. We used to have this place called Schlossky's. They were the Polish Jews. They owned this deli, Schlossky's Deli, that was in town, over on the north side. And it was back in the early 90s, when I first found this place. I just happened to be driving along, and I was hungry, and and it was right next to a stoplight. I was sitting there, I was like, man, what the heck smells so good? And I okay, I'm just gonna stop in and see what they have. And I have this, one of my favorite sandwiches is a Reuben. Love Reuben sandwiches. And I go into this place and the smell just comes wafting out because they bake their own bread in this place. So they bake their own bread. His wife was the one that did most of the baking. They had a crew in there. It was pretty busy all the time. And I go in there and I was like, wow, holy buckets, this place smells good. It's like I'm just thinking of it today. The place has been closed for like 20 years now. Because they got up there in age and sold their property to, they tore the place down, put an IHOPs in there. That's basically what happened to them. But yeah, they were a fairly old couple back then. And you go in there and you just smell the place, like, you know, looking at they had the menu, you know, all the different sandwiches and stuff that they had up there. And like, I got Reubens. All right. So I ordered, because I just love Reubens. And it's very seldom I ever find a good Reuben around here anymore. Every once in a while I type in best Reuben in Des Moines and go try to find, you know, the restaurant that has them and test them out, see what they're like. And they're like, no, this is not good. Because I got spoiled at this place. Their sandwiches were the bomb. It was just, so get in there and they just got this dark pumpernickel rye bread that is still piping hot. Yeah, you could buy just get a rolls, you know, that you put butter on, you know, that you could have also with your meal. You know, you can get they'd sell chips and stuff like that that go with it, and pickles and that kind of stuff, catering to the masses. But I would always, anytime I was on that side of town, I would stop in, have a Reuben. My wife would go with me once in a while, and she was like, I don't know. It's like, I really don't like Reubens or any of these. It's like she didn't care much for the sandwiches because the red was too dark for her taste. You know, they would sell it, you know, on wheat bread or white bread too, but she'd get like a pastrami sandwich. But I'd say 9 times out of 10 I was by myself when I would go. There was one year, this is when I was in the Guard, we had this place called the Chili King. It's on the north side of town, right off Merle Hay. It's closed now too. Really good chili. And the guys, you know, the unit was, sir, we're going to run down and we're going to the Chili King. Okay. I just tell them, hey, here's, you know, $5. Go get me a couple, bring me back a couple dogs and a bowl of chili. You know, I'd sit at my desk and do freaking paperwork. This is when we were, on the weekends, we'd be in cantonment, not out in the field. You know, it's like catching up with all the freaking paperwork that would be in. You know, it's like I do have I got a minor in business administration when I went through armor school and all that from the University of Kentucky. It's like That's how much administration work you have to do when you're an officer in the military. It's all you seem like you ever do. It's paperwork. It's like when you get to go to the field, you're like, yay! Get out of this paperwork environment. Ugh, I hate it. I was not a cantonment king. I was a field guy. But, yeah, they bring you back some food for you and you get your work done. And there was one time, yeah, we're going to go to Chili King. It's like, you guys go to any other places? They go, that's the only one we really know. And I said, all right. So I gave them, and I was like, all right, today we're taking a field trip. I'll drive. Got in the car and took them with me. And it was at the time we had the minivan and had a Mercury Villager minivan. So a lot of guys could fit in this thing. So I took them with me and we went to Schlossky's and got sandwiches and stuff. And they go, I never knew this place existed. This is great. Thanks, sir. Like, yep. And every once in a while they say, sir, we're going to go to Schlossky's. You want to come? I say, oh, here's some money. Give me a Reuben and some an extra roll and go with it. And maybe a pickle. And they would go and, you know, he'd give them a discount. And when they say who they, every once in a while, the owner would find out that, you know, who the extra sandwich was for that they're bringing back. And they go, oh, he just throws something in for extra for me. A good customer, you know. You can definitely tell he was an immigrant. His accent. It was sad when that place closed. You know, it's like, I like IHOPs, but I've never been in that place since. Because it's like, I understand it's like, you know, they got to the point when no one wanted to take over the deli or buy it, and they sold the property to put in a franchise, and they moved to Florida. But it was a sad time. I still, to this day, been trying to find a good Reuben sandwich. Every once in a while, it's like they'll have especially around St. Patrick's Day, you know, our local store will make Reubens that they'll sell them in mass. And I'll buy them just because I like Reubens, but, you know, it's like, it's not the same. Not the... Yeah, you always hear these stories like in New York, you know, big cities that, you know, they got generational stores, you know, delis that have been there since the beginning of time, practically 100 years plus. One of these delis have been open forever and a day. Well, what can you do? There's a place that's down in the East Village over here. It's 5 minutes away, maybe 8, depending on the lights. That I have yet to visit, so see if they got a good Reuben. They say they do. Award-winning Reuben. I'll be the judge of that. Right now they got every year they do a contest where they hunt for the best burger in the state. You know, there's always these hole-in-the-wall places that make a decent burger. You're always hunting for. Some of them are local. There's one that won a few years ago that's just up the road, about half an hour away up the road. So one of these days I'll get there and try it out. There we go. Food makes me want to, like, what am I having for lunch today? Maybe I'll have to do a road trip. Get the wife to go with me. It's like, honey, get off your butt. Let's go find some lunch. Yeah, try to figure out a way to entice her to, she spends too much time sitting in her chair and playing games on her phone. Old Spice. Come on, there we go. A little tangly here, right there, obviously. Right here. Otherwise, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright. Old Spice. Everything's nice. That smells good. Well, there's an affiliate link down below to the razor company. If you made it this far into the video, click on the link. If you need anything, any supplies or anything from the razor company, a little bit kickback goes towards, you know, when we do giveaways like the last one. All right, so today's shave was brought to you by Stirling Sandpiper. Not a bad scent. Now that it's the lavender and the caraway's kind of fade away, it smells pretty good. And then we had the third use of the Astra blades with the Edwin Jagger DE89 razor. Nice shave today. Got the job done. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.